Hey Scorpio, it's Sarah from Palace Tarot, and I'm here to do your full moon reading for this full moon in Taurus into the next lunation cycle into December. So let's get into it. I've already cut and shuffled the deck, so I'm going to go ahead and turn the cards over and see what we've got in store for you. What's been going on with you too? Okay. Looks like we got a lot of introspection going on here, Scorpio. And you do have your birthday coming up here shortly. Well, actually, you already had your birthday. Sorry. I'm getting ahead of myself here. We're still in Scorpio season, so maybe you've already had your birthday. Maybe you're about to. But either way here, it kind of looks like you've been dealing with, again, maybe having your passions dampened. It kind of almost looks like maybe the birthday blues. I might phrase it here because it kind of looks like a situation. Because what we have crowning the situation here is actually the King of Wands, but he's reversed here. So the King of Wands, when you see the King of Wands reversed, first of all, check your temper. Y'all can be moody. I'm another water sign. I'm a Cancer. I've got to check my temper too. Okay, so there might have been a situation that occurred that was really not in your element. This is a fire card that just kind of blew up in your face. And you were like, well, I thought it was going to work out this way because I felt so strongly about it. Because you guys do. You feel really, really deeply about things. And however this applies in whatever area of your life here. But I think we're going to get some more clues as it starts to go on here. Because this looks like you learned a lot for your birthday. The universe gifted you, it looks like, with a lot of lessons here. So let's go ahead and see what those might have been as a result of this King of Wands here that's reversed. So here at the bottom, kind of the unknown of the situation is the Four of Swords. It is upright. It looks more like a woman in mourning, though, as opposed to the traditional card, which is really, it's really what I call the pick your battles card. So it can indicate a time of like rest, recovery, that sort of thing. So some of you might be feeling that way after your birthday, kind of having like, well, what now? Kind of life hangover almost. But it's not really time to take action on that yet. So you might be feeling a little bit of pressure from the holiday season. It looks like maybe from work as well. As well as some events around you that might have kind of shaken you up a little bit and left you a little bit unsettled. So that's kind of what it looks like here. So you kind of just felt the need to take a little bit of a time out. And if you haven't and you're feeling that way and you're kind of feeling overwhelmed, I absolutely encourage you to go ahead and do that, Scorpio. Because what's going to happen, you're going to be like that King of Wands reversed. You're going to be snappy. I mean, and not in a good way. And you're going to lash out. It's not going to be productive. So you don't want to be like that. That's not how we communicate with people. So if you need to take a step back, like in the Four of Swords, please do. That's totally okay. Be alone with your thoughts, collect yourself, because I also think the Four of Swords is very tied strongly to collecting your thoughts and being like, okay, what next? So let's look at what next. So here as our strength, we have the Tower. We have it reversed though here, okay? So guys, it kind of looks like we might have overindulged a little bit. We didn't take it quite so far, but there might be some behavior patterns that are starting to come to our awareness now that, for Pete's sake, please work on them because they're limitation factors for you, Scorpio. And I know that you're the fixed air sign, fixed water sign, but you need to start moving on this. Okay, you need to start moving on the areas of your life that you feel like might be self-destructive, and especially how you participate in them as well. And I know that the Tower has to do with outside influences, but bear in mind that we pull that energy towards us. So if we're going around acting out, lashing out like the King of Wands reversed would, we're gonna have Mars as trump. So Mars, the very warlike, very yang, outward, aggressive planet, but reversed here. we can turn that in towards ourselves. So let's not do that either, okay? This is not about self-punishment either here, okay? In fact, this is about you spending quiet time, and I see this echoed again from that Four of Swords over here. Your weakness is actually seen to be your quiet time. But I don't feel that from this page of Pentacles that showed up in almost every reading. I don't think there's been a reading so far that he's not shown up in, no matter how many times I cut and shuffle the deck. And I really think part of this is the fact that we are in your season, Scorpio. We are learning lessons that we have to assimilate into our daily lives. Otherwise, they don't mean anything, okay? So if we don't go through these processes, they don't mean anything at all. And for you, the thing that I would caution against, pretend this guy's actually writing in his diary. Pretend this is you writing in your diary. Like, dear diary, I hate so-and-so because of this. I feel like this because of this person or this situation. Okay, guys, that's called projecting, and that's something that the King of Wands would very much do. That's not something that the figure in the Four of Swords would do this night. Okay, he's actually not dead, even though he looks like it in this deck. You know, you've got to pick your battles, and don't be fighting with yourself either, okay? Because those projections are going to cause you to not realize what actually falls on you and your responsibility, what you need to take control of in your own life, okay? So I want to see you reflecting on your role in anything that you found upsetting or unpleasant in your life recently, okay? Because again, I've been emphasizing this to all the signs when this comes up. You can't control other people's behavior. You certainly can't control tower events, okay? But what you can do is you can try to control your reactions to them, okay? And especially that temper, okay? Don't have knee-jerk reactions either, Scorpio, okay? Because a lot of this setting aside to collect our thoughts, to this disaster that we've kind of avoided here, but it can leave us trapped in kind of an energy that's still where we kind of aren't free to be really who we want to be. And so here in the middle is our advice card, the Hierophant, okay? And oddly enough, this is a card, you know, associated with Taurus, and this is the Taurus full moon, right? Okay, so this is definitely an energy that we want to take inside ourselves. This is this young man, okay, because the Pentacles are affiliated with earth signs, like Taurus, here the Hierophant, assimilating all those lessons and that knowledge so that page, that's a rather immature person, can eventually go on to be that Hierophant, okay? So, Scorpio, this looks like a major birthday cycle where, I don't know if some of you are having Saturn returns, but anyway, natal returns, where your birth chart begins to look like it did when you were first born because the planets all kind of moved back pretty close to where they were when you were born on your birthday, right? So maybe this represents a cycle of growth for you where you've been able to step back from some of those knee-jerk reactions that Scorpios can be prone to find yourself in a more grounded place. Not just a more grounded place, but a place where you will eventually get to a point where you're able to help and assist others. Because Scorpio, I know that, you know, you kind of get that bad reputation as a Scorpion, but you guys make really supportive leaders when you want to. And I definitely see that in your future here, if you can flip that King of Wands around and start speaking to your higher self. And it's almost like this page here. It depends really on what he's writing in that journal, if it's going to be productive for you. So whether you write in a journal or not, just how you collect your thoughts at the end of the day. Again, back to the Four of Swords, okay? Make those work for you, okay? Don't project them onto other people like a reversed King of Wands, or someone in a tower setting might be if they're panicking, okay? Recognize what is your issue, okay? And work on it and work through it so that you can get to this point where you feel solid, secure, and not only that, other people are going to start showing up for advice from you, okay? So I'm glad to see this. It looks like a really productive birthday with some narrowly avoided disasters. But Scorpio, I am very pleased at what I see here. So until next time.